Hey, what's up everybody? Brooke here. I hope wherever you are in the world today is treating you well. So I am on my way home from work right now. I wanted to do a car vlog. I have so much going on. I am so ridiculously busy. I don't know why I do this to myself. I'm like completely insane. I really am. Like, I'm totally insane. So let me give you a little background, all right? So I got laid off, right? My last video I was talking about that. Got laid off. Super bummed about it. A lot of nefarious activity, let's just put it that way, with me getting laid off. You know, I've been laid off before, but this was different. You know, this time was different. But so I get laid off, and then I was off for like a week. I got offered a job that's far from me, okay? I was like, nah, man, I can't do it. Like, I'm getting out at 3:30 at this job. Then to get to my kid's school, it's over an hour. Then it's another 45 minutes from the school it was just too much. So I was like, I can't do it. But then apparently I would have been sitting on the bench for like another couple weeks. And I'm like, I can't afford that. So I'm like, screw it, fine, I'll do it. I found out that we get out earlier than I thought. So I'm on this job. I live on the east end of Long Island, and this job is on the west end. But it's the west end to the side. It's Long Beach. So if anybody's familiar with Long Beach, Long Island, you know what I'm talking about. It's its own little like nook, and it's weird. It's like its own city. It's far from like everything. You have to take a parkway to get there. Like, it's just far. But there's like this huge job. So I could be there a long time. It's just a lot of commuting for me. It's an hour and 15 minutes one way to get there. So anyway, so I'm doing this job. I started yesterday, and you know, it's funny because like when I walk on a job, right? Like when I go on a job, I never know how to like read people. I'm always looking for the guys that like, first thing, I'm always looking for the people that don't want me there. Like, it's just, I want to know who to stay away from. Because unfortunately, you know, there have been jobs where they were all awesome. There have been jobs where some of them were awesome. And there have been jobs where they didn't want me there. Like, straight up didn't want me there and made me feel it, you know? So don't mind me. I'm actually driving my, I'm driving to get my girls right now. So I always kind of try to feel them out, which is weird because you would think like, where's the friendly ones? But I want to stay away from the guys that don't want me there. That's just what I do. And then the second thing is I find the people that are more approachable, that are kind. You know, you can just read a lot from people's like, you know, you can just read a lot from them. But this job, you know, everybody seems pretty nice. It's a huge job. It's like gigantic, and it's right on top of the beach. It's gorgeous. It's like, so I have to say, like, even though the commute sucks, I'm kind of like, all right, you know, like I'll put a clip in of the of my view of where I'm working. It's freaking gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So anyway, so I have that going on. So whatever, it's working. It's my second day. You know, I'm trucking through it. Second thing is I'm fasting. So I fasted on Monday. I ate yesterday, and I'm fasting again today. I want to do a 3-day full fast. So I'm figuring I'll fast until Friday. I originally wanted to do Monday to Wednesday, but then I'm like, I want to fast and pray for my sister. She's going for surgery tomorrow. I'm so nervous. I found out that she needs like 2 surgeons for this surgery because one has to like make sure the other surgeon doesn't hit the carotid artery. Like, I can't even think about it. I cannot even think about it. I'm so sick to my stomach. I'm praying to God that she's okay. So I'm doing this fast, and you know, normally I'm trying to fast for gut health. I'm trying to fast for Hashimoto's. My sister actually has Hashimoto's. She's got an advanced stage of it. She has cancer, so that's like, you know, that's what she has. But she went a long time with like being undiagnosed and just not like taking care of herself. That's pretty much what the blunt end of it is. So I'm just praying that, you know, they can get everything out, and you know, she can start her healing path and just move on with her life. You know, it's been 4 years since my brother-in-law passed away. It's going to be December 5th. It'll be 4 years. And I just want her and my nephew to like move forward. You know what I mean? It's just difficult. But so I have that going on, and just trying to like juggle my household. I'm completely insane because I decided that I got asked to be a part of at my daughter's school to be like the co-chair of this fund for like the school. It's like a fundraising fund, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. So I have to like send emails to families, and then they're like, hey, listen, would you like to speak for the state of the school address? And I'm like, sure. Like, I don't know why, what is wrong with me? So now I have it tomorrow, and there's going to be like 150 parents there probably. So now I'm like, okay, great. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what to expect. I put myself in these situations though because it makes me uncomfortable, but I swear I find like I either love a humiliation fetish, which is probably why I have a YouTube video, channel, but I either love humiliating myself or I really just believe in like using your weaknesses as like stepping stones to grow. Like, it sounds corny because you hear a lot of like, oh, life coaches and stuff will say that, but like, I'm someone that really follows it because I have to. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm selling a book, or even if I was, everything that I talk about, I'm going through. So I feel like if I don't want to do it, I'm going to do it. Same thing with like this job. This job's a pain in the ass, okay? Everybody has their own stuff going on, but because I'm talking about what's going on in my life, I'm just sharing my what's going on. But like, I have 3 kids, okay, that I live in one area. I live on the East End. My girls go to school in a very nice area, and I pay everything. I paid my whole life for them to go to a good school because I did not have I was in special education. That's a whole other topic. I'm very traumatized from my schooling experience. So I pay so much money to have my girls attend a wonderful school. But on top of that, now I work all over the island. I work everywhere. So now I'm at a job where, and it was so funny too, because the last job I was at, it was 15, 20 minutes from my house, friggin' cakewalk, sweet. Get, like, awesome. Like, no traffic, great location. The doggy daycare was right next to my job. Perfect. Chef's kiss, right? Of course I get laid off, and now I'm freaking an hour and 15 minutes away, and my business agent's like, well, just get comfortable. You're probably gonna be there about a year or 2. I'm like, of course. Why wouldn't I be there for a year or 2? Why would I expect anything less? So anyway, I just thought it was funny, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful. That's the whole thing. And like, I feel like I put myself in situations that help me grow. Like for example, like, I really want to be productive when I wake up. I want to be productive. It's difficult because a lot of times when I get off of school, when I'm going to night school, it's a whole other thing, 2 nights a week, friggin' just S show, okay? But I go to night school 2 nights a week, and it's funny because there's one part of my brain that's like, why don't you just get like an office job? Like, why do you put yourself through this? But then there's the other part that's like, how much more rewarding would it be if I get through this schooling, get through the program, and really do something with this career? You know what I mean? Like, not even just being like a journeywoman or whatever, like start my own business, get up in the union. Like, I see it as a challenge, and I see it as a real pathway for growth, and I just feel like, why not? You know what I mean? Like, why not? What else am I gonna do? You know, what else am I gonna do? Like, always regret not trying to take it the extra mile, you know? Like, that's how I feel about it. So I feel like that's my biggest thing, and it's difficult. Like, same thing with like weight loss, right? Like, weight loss is hard for me, and I'll tell you this much, like, this job is a very demanding labor-wise. It's very demanding. But I know, I've been on demanding jobs where I fasted. Like, for example, yesterday, like, okay, oh no, I'm sorry. Monday I didn't work, but like, it's difficult, but like, you can like push through it. Today wasn't so bad. And now I'm going to pick up my kids, I'm going to pick up my dog, and we're going to go home, and I'm going to freaking clean my house and like cook dinner, whatever. But I feel like I feel like I have to lean more into the weight loss, but it's difficult for me because I have a lot of like emotional ties with food. I have like heavy food addiction. I have a lot of like trauma that I feel like I eat with, especially, I just think of like when I was a kid, and like there were nights where we didn't eat, like we didn't, not because my mom was a bad mother. It was like, we might have had a little bit, or my brothers and sisters ate, but because I was a vegetarian since I was a little girl, like I didn't eat, you know what I mean? Like, and I would never like have my parents know that, because then they would try to like force me to eat meat. So there were many nights where I didn't eat. And I'm a vegetarian and that's a whole other topic, but I'm a vegetarian strictly for moral reasons. Like, I always felt that, I was like not getting enough protein and things like that. I mean, now there's different data out that you can, but I always kind of felt like, I was always lacking. But the real reason why I was ever vegetarian from a young age was because of moral reasons. But anyway, I'm just all over the place. I apologize. But it's like my fasting brain. That's so pretentious. Like, I've been freaking fasting for like 15 hours. But anyway, I just push myself to do things, and like I push myself to be uncomfortable and get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because that's the only way that you're going to grow in your life. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of people that are unhappy and complacent, and you can find a lot of unhappy people and you'll see where they're complacent. You know what I mean? But for me, it's like I'm always trying to grow. I'm always just trying to be that person. You know, I'm always trying to be like the person that I wanted when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like, just I would have loved to know that things are going to be okay. I would have loved to have stability, and like there's a lot, it's like deeply rooted into my psyche, and I think that's why I push myself the way that I do. So I have this crazy long commute. I have my kids are in friggin' in the other corner in friggin', of Long Island, right? And my job's over here, my home's over there, and it's like, you know what, whatever, right? That's kind of how I feel, just whatever. But I'm really just trying to like keep things in mind. And it's funny too, because like, when you ever watch like motivational people, and this is not like shade on people that like do motivational talks and things like that, but it's easy to be positive when you have a wonderful life. Do you ever like realize that? Like, it's easy to be positive, right? You're driving a BMW, you live in the friggin' hills, like you got a mansion, you got like all these things, like all the material possessions, all of like, the comfort. I just feel like it's so simple for people like that. But for people like me, it's like, it's very difficult, and along the way, you have people that, you're facing adversity along the way. Like every step of the way, there's something, right? You got to pivot a certain way. You got to avoid this, you got to avoid, different pitfalls. And it's just like, I kind of feel like I'm done listening to like people who are like motivational people, because I feel like they're just, Jim Rohn, I always say this, he talks about, being motivated, but you have to be educated and you have to actually move your butt, or else like you're just a motivated idiot. Like that's, and not to idiot in the sense that like maybe you're ignorant, and that's like my biggest thing. So like, I hope that like, if anybody stumbles on this video, I apologize for the rambling. I just, I watch car vlogs sometimes, I watch different vlogs, so I figured I'd make one. I'd like to do different ones, like makeup ones and things. I'm not good at makeup. I'm not giving you any tips. I'm just letting you know how I do mine. Like, that's it. I'm not giving you any tips, Like, these are, you can't even see it, but I just got out of work, so I'm a hot mess. But I feel like I look cute enough, and that's where we're going. Like, I'm not doing all these, like, contouring, cutting up, like, friggin' crazy lipstick, Jeffree Star style. Like, it's not happening, But I just like connecting with people on a more real level, because it makes me feel like I'm like, like I'm having like a friendship, you know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, so that's pretty much my rant. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm driving, and like, I'm kind of like, I kind of had an idea of where I wanted to go with this, but now I'm kind of like, But I think like I get a lot out of people that like are inspiring. That's different than motivating, in my opinion, Like when you're telling me, rah, 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 just do this, you wouldn't live a life, a 9 to 5, but you're a millionaire. Like, I don't want to hear your rah, rah. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear from somebody that's going through the same thing. Like, hey, listen, like at some point things will be easier, but you got to put the work in. And sometimes like not everybody can be like a social media star or whatever, like, TikTok, whatever all that stuff is. Sometimes you got to put the work in. Sometimes you just got to do some manual labor, or whatever your field of choice is that you want to be successful with. My end goal, honestly, I'll be honest with you all, like my end goal is to move to Costa Rica and like live off the land. Like that's my end goal, truthfully. Like, and I think that's another reason why I do so much with my daughters, like as far as like wanting them to be involved with different things and trying to give them just a really good education, because I'm out at some point. Like I'm dipping out. My husband wants to travel the world. He wants to go sailing, and I just want to move. Like I want to go to Costa Rica. I want to live off the grid, or live in like a community. Like I want that. I'm someone that needs a community. I really am. So, but with that said, I'm supposed to be at my kid's house, kids' school in a couple minutes. If you like vlogs, like just random vlogs, I hope you guys got something out of this. I apologize if not. I do have some videos that I really want to post. I have my light phone video, my review, but for some reason the sound sounded awful. So I'm not techie. I'm a plumbing apprentice. I'm not a tech apprentice. So I have to refilm that, I think, because I just cannot, it just sounds bad. I don't know why. I use this like microphone that I hooked up. I shouldn't have used it because it's a Rode microphone, and I had it in my drawer since when I had my podcast. And I was like, oh, let me try this again. Nah, failed. So I'm like, you know what? Not doing that again. So I'm gonna redo that. And then I want to do like makeup reviews or whatever. Not makeup. Why do I keep saying makeup? My makeup's like Mineral Fusion, which is like not like a bougie brand at all, I want to do like just different reviews on stuff. I like doing reviews. But if you want to see anything in particular, leave a comment in the comment section below. I am actually filming my 3-day water fast right now. So that is happening. I'm probably going to film a bit of that after this video when I get home. But yeah, I'm filming that, and then you'll see like the beginning, the middle, and the end. So I hope that is like, inspiring to people that want to see that. And we'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? And I want to do more of those. I have to lose truthfully, 70 pounds. Like I keep saying 50 because it's comfortable, but like I gotta lose weight. Like I gotta and that's the thing with fasting too. It's like, it's not a miracle thing. It's really just a habit building thing, in my opinion. It's a discipline, and it helps you to reduce your calorie intake. My biggest thing is food addiction. It just is it's using food as a crutch for emotional issues. So that's what I'm working on, and I'm going to be very vocal about it because I know there's a lot of people out there that are ashamed to admit it, and you shouldn't be, because we all have our own crosses to bear, and that's one that I'm really just trying to rid out of my life. But with that said, I'll let you guys go. I hope you all have a great day, and yeah, I'm probably just going to do car vlogs because I like doing them. So I'll try to have another topic at hand. But I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will check you back again on the next video.